My daughter told her kindergarten class that her mom puts people to sleep and cuts them open. The school locked down and called the police. I got the voicemail during my lunch break. Come to the school immediately. There's been a serious safety concern involving your child. When I pulled into the lot, there was a patrol car and a district van and a woman in a cardigan waiting at the front office with the principal and someone I didn't recognize holding a folder. Are you Poppy's mother? The cardigan woman asked. I'm with the county. This is Officer Reyes. We need to talk about some statements your daughter made this morning. They walked me into a conference room. My 5-year-old was sitting at the big table with a juice box, tear tracks on her face, and a school counselor beside her taking notes. Poppy saw me and started crying. Mommy, am I in trouble? No, baby, never, I said. And the cardigan woman, Ms. Hadley, put a hand up to stop me from going to her. Please have a seat, ma'am. During morning circle, the children were asked what their parents do for work. Your daughter said some things that concerned Mrs. Okafor enough to report them. She opened the folder and read from a page in a child's careful printing, transcribed by the teacher. Poppy stated, quote, my mommy puts people to sleep so they don't feel it. And then she cuts them open and takes things out, and sometimes there's a lot of blood and she wears a mask so nobody knows. My stomach dropped, but not for the reason theirs had. She also said, Ms. Hadley continued, glancing at the officer, that you keep sharp tools in a bag, that you did it to Grandpa, and that afterward he went to sleep and didn't wake up. We take statements like these very seriously. They'd already been questioning her. The counselor leaned toward Poppy with a gentle smile. Sweetheart, can you tell us again what mommy does to people? She makes them go to sleep, Poppy whispered, with medicine, and then she cuts them. And does mommy ever hurt them? They cry sometimes when they wake up. And you said something happened to Grandpa? Poppy nodded, chin wobbling. Mommy was there when he went to sleep and then he died and everybody was sad. The officer wrote something down. Ms. Hadley's face was carefully blank, and I understood exactly what was happening. Every true, innocent word out of my daughter's mouth was landing as a confession, because they'd already decided what story they were hearing. Stop questioning my child, I said. I pulled out my phone. I need you to look at something before this goes one sentence further. Ma'am, I'm a surgeon, I said. A general surgeon, at Mercy General. That's my job. That's what she's describing. The room went still. I pulled up my hospital badge photo, then my staff page on the hospital website. My name, my face, Department of Surgery. I turned it around. I anesthetize patients, I put them to sleep. Well, the anesthesiologist does, but that's the part a 5-year-old remembers. I make incisions, I remove things, appendixes, tumors, gallbladders, there's blood. I wear a surgical mask. Patients are sore when they wake up. Every single thing my daughter said is a 5-year-old describing her mother's operating room. Ms. Hadley looked at the transcript, then at my badge, then at the transcript again. And Grandpa, I said, and my voice caught, because this part was real and still raw, is my father. He had surgery for pancreatic cancer 8 months ago. I wasn't his surgeon. You're not allowed to operate on family, but I was at the hospital the whole time. He didn't survive the recovery. Poppy knows Grandma said he went to sleep for his operation, and she knows he died, and in her head those are the same event. I looked at my daughter. That's what you meant, isn't it, Bug? About the hospital? Poppy nodded, confused. Did I say it wrong? No, sweetheart. You said it exactly right. These grown-ups just didn't know your mommy's a doctor. The counselor set down her pen. Officer Reyes closed his notebook and had the decency to look at the floor. Ms. Hadley wouldn't quite meet my eyes. So let me make sure I have this, I said. The school locked down, called the police and CPS, and interrogated my kindergartner without me in the room, because a teacher heard a child describe surgery and assumed the worst instead of asking one follow-up question. What's your mommy's job, honey? That's the question. That's all it would have taken. Nobody answered. Officer Reyes was the last out. He paused at the door. For what it's worth, ma'am, I'm sorry. Tell her, I said, nodding at Poppy. She spent an hour thinking she got her mother arrested for going to work. He didn't have anything for that. The principal called the next morning wanting to rebuild trust. I told her we'd be rebuilding it somewhere else. Poppy started at a new school the following week. Her drawing of me, stick figure in a blue mask, holding what she labeled skissers, a red scribble she insists is a spleen, is on our fridge. Best thing I own. My daughter thinks her mom is a superhero who takes the bad parts out of people. She's not entirely wrong.